It's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and welcome back to my channel where I make a lot of cake and cookie decorating tutorials as well as give a lot of baking business tips. And today we're technically on day 5 and 6 for Vlogmas. I'm really sorry about last night. I was super rushed. I know that I've broken my true Vlogmas streak, but please forgive me. So today I'm going to show you what I did do yesterday though, which was really just make a bunch of cake pops. Again, yes, here I am rolling a bunch of cake pops with my friend. She is also a teacher at the school, so she is helping me with this big fundraiser, and I just love that she always steps in and helps me whenever she can. We rolled another cake pan worth of cake pops, which, as we know, is not as many cake pops as I would like it to be. And I have been a little bit slow on the uptake of getting the ingredients, but I finally got to Bulk Barn today where I picked up most of the toppings and things that I needed. There were just a few things that I didn't quite get, but I spent the morning tallying everything together. So I wanted to share with you exactly how many things I have to make this season. So this is all going to be due within a few weeks time. And by a few weeks, really just until the last week of school. Our last day of school is December 19th. So I really just have a few more days to actually get this done. And it really takes a lot of organization. So first of all, I'm going to go over exactly how many orders. And this, by the way, was open to all kindergarten to grade 7 students, staff alike, and of course, a lot of people order more than one thing. So I have 65 cake pop orders, and in each cake pop order, we agreed on 6 cake pops per order. So that brings the total to 390 cake pops. And then I also have 70 cookie kits. And we agreed on 4 cookies per kit just to keep the price down of the kit a little bit. But as we know, there's all those other things involved. Like there are 3 piping bags that are going to be in every single box, as well as some sprinkles. And this does bring the total to 280 sugar cookies that I have to bake. But I'm also making some extra staff treats. That's going to be another 60 decorated cookies. And as we know, cookies take a long time, so I really do have to make sure that I'm carving out enough time for that, which means that in total I need 340 sugar cookies baked. And then we got 80 cupcake orders. And again, we decided on a half dozen per order. So that's 480 cupcakes. So I am making a lot of things, and while I was making my list, I was kind of checking over my recipes, but I gotta tell you, for things that aren't like butter or sugar or flour, that's very easily measurable. The stuff at Bulk Barn was a little bit of a guess, but I want to share with you exactly what I ended up getting, and you can also see how much everything was. So I got a bunch of cupcake liners. Now I do have liners of my own, but again, whenever I'm doing some sort of fundraising thing or I'm being reimbursed for ingredients, I do want to make sure that I'm not just digging into my own supplies. I want to make sure that the numbers are coming out accurately, so anytime we do this in future, everything is super accurate. I ended up going with double lined cupcake liners. I didn't want greasy cupcake liners, which sometimes happens when you go for just the standard type. So I decided to go with these really pretty clean red, and I got these kind of like light green, a little bit of olivey tone there. So these are really pretty, and I ended up getting 500 of these. And I got 500 of those cupcake liners. Of course, we know 480 is the magic number, but you never know. There's always extras and things, so I just wanted to be on the safe side. Then I got all the disposable piping bags that I'm going to need. The numbers were 210. That's what I need for all of the boxes and the cookie kits. And I did want to go with something. I could have gone for something maybe a little bit cheaper, but I know for a fact that these are going to be children that are going to be squeezing these bags, and I didn't want any rips and tears. So I did decide to go with Fat Daddy-O's, which I do find is a little bit better in terms of pricing, and I know that I can really trust this brand. So I got 210 of these. The next walk down the aisle was probably the most fun. So these are all the sprinkles that I got. And I'm not even certain if this is enough sprinkles or if I'm going to be making another trip, because when I did my big frozen fundraiser, I bought a ton of sprinkles and it was not enough. I ran out at the end, and I know I'm going to be doing a lot more cake pops this time around, as well as a lot more cupcakes that are specific in their design. So I really just went all out because I feel like I might just have enough sprinkles. I don't know. But I got this really great blend. I think I got a similar blend actually when I did the Frozen musical. This has some quins in it. It also has some of the jimmies, and then it has some of the dragées. I used to call them draggies, but I'm pretty sure they're dragées. But I got some of those, and I think that there are some snowflakes in here, though not super prevalent now that I'm looking at it. But have no fear, because I got a giant bag of snowflakes as well. In fact, I might have been even a little conservative when I started grabbing the sprinkles, but I know that I'm going to be using these sprinkles on the cake pops as well as on the cupcakes. And I know any residual sprinkles that I might have, which I really doubt, I can always pop into the cookie kits as a little bit of an extra. I got these. Now, there was a tragedy. At the store. Obviously, everybody's doing their Christmas baking. There was not any green candy melts or white, so it wasn't like I could get white and then get some green food coloring to dye it. So I kind of had to get these green ones as well, which I wasn't actually planning on, but I thought if I can only get red candy melts or melting wafers, then at least I have this green on top, still giving it that festive look. And I really am going classic Christmas this year with all of my designs. Actually, what I got for the intentionality of my cookie kits, I wanted sanding sugar, but they had no sanding sugar, and it's a huge bulk barn, so I was really surprised that they didn't have sanding sugar. And I actually heard somebody be a little bit irate in the next aisle that they didn't have sanding sugar, so I already preemptively knew that I was going to be disappointed when I went to the sprinkle aisle, but you pivot. And that's what I love about making sure to put that little asterisk on the order form, that not everything is going to be exact. But what I was cognizant of was that I was going to stay in the same profile in terms of flavorings. So I didn't end up getting things like shaved coconut or scorbits, even though that was something that I was like kind of wanting to do, because I was like, oh, like that would be great if I did a fluffy, snowman cupcake. But in the order, I did specifically say it was going to be vanilla and chocolate cupcakes. So I didn't want to do anything that was too far from that, because again, this is for kids and people are probably using things for very specific things. So you do have to adhere to those guidelines. But I got a lot of these, and again, if this is too much for some reason for the cookie kits, doubtful, first of all, but I can also use these on the cupcakes as well as the cake pops. Probably one of my most fun finds. You'll probably see it more up close when I actually start decorating, but I'm going to be making wreath cupcakes. And before, I had these gingerbread men that I had piped out in royal icing and then placed them on. Ain't nobody got time to be sitting there making, I don't know, like 300 little gingerbread men out of royal icing. So I found these, and these are going to be great, I think, adorned on top of those wreath cupcakes. These also, I had two wreath cupcakes. Okay, first of all, these, I hate the way that these attach because they dig into the bag and then everything falls apart. And I almost lost a bunch of dragées just now. But the dragées I got because, again, beautiful on cupcakes. Any wreath-like things that I want to do, this kit is going to make it even better. Or if I end up getting crazy and doing trees on something, then this is going to look really pretty too. So I got a bunch of cake pop sticks. For myself, when I do cake pops and when I used to do orders, I would go for the ones that are a bit taller than this. But again, in this situation where you can keep costs down is stuff like this. Nobody's expecting those cake pop sticks to be super tall. I decided to go with confectioner sugar from Bulk Barn. I don't normally do this. I'm gonna see how I feel about this after I do this, because it kind of seems like I'm going to need to sift this a lot more than when I get the Rogers icing sugar. So we'll see how happy I am with this decision. And I have food colorants, but I don't want to be digging into my own personal stash. I also want to keep things very, very food safe. So I just went out and I bought a bunch of colors. Really, it's just the same colors. I got red and green. These ones are fat soluble, which means that it can go into chocolate and can also be used in my buttercreams very easily. These two are for my royal icings. I also got some butter vanilla. I like to use this inside of my sugar cookies, so that's going to be really great. And then I also got some Madagascar vanilla extract. And you might be thinking, pure vanilla extract, is that necessary? Yes, it is. In the vanilla cupcakes, I really find it's necessary, and as well in the frosting. I also loaded up on chocolate curls. I love these. I think it's just a great way to do a classic chocolate cupcake and just give it that extra little oomph. So this is the candy melts that I got, and I know for a fact this isn't enough. So I got this much red. It's not the reddest of the red, which is also why I got more food dye, because I want to make it a little bit deeper. And then I got the dark chocolate. I'm going to have to go back to Bulk Barn, like I mentioned, for the green and the white. And then finally, I ended off my shop with a bunch of fondant. I did get my favorite brand, which is Satin Ice for life, but you guys know I've been liking Virgin Ice lately too. However, they did not have Virgin Ice in the black and red, and I am not sitting there dyeing colors when I'm going to be under the gun so much. So sometimes, although of course, saving money is the way to go, I could have bought white and then dyed it. My time is precious, and because I'm doing this by myself, I really need to make sure that I'm being as efficient as possible. So spending a few extra dollars getting this is exactly what was needed. So in total, where are we at for ingredients cost? Somewhere in the ballpark of $400 Canadian. Even looking at this, I'm like, $400 Canadian? Like it's taking me aback, because I would have guessed more in the $200 range, but you know, inflation. And I'm still not quite done purchasing everything. But I remember for the other fundraiser that I did, I spent around in the ballpark of $750 in ingredients, and we made significantly more than that. So I am really not worried. I am donating all of my time, and I just want our grade 7 grads to have the best grad at the end of the year. So that's what I'm doing this for, and I can't wait to get started. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading every single day for Vlogmas, so be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!